Habakkuk opens his book with a heartfelt plea, expressing his frustration and confusion about the state of Judah. "O Lord, how long shall I cry for help, and you will not hear? Or cry to you violence, and you will not save?" Habakkuk 1:2. He sees widespread injustice and violence, questioning why God allows such conditions to persist without intervention. The relationship between these elements reveals a deep tension. Habakkuk's observation of societal decay directly challenges his understanding of God's justice and responsiveness. The prevalence of violence and wrongdoing underscores the severity of the situation, making God's apparent inaction even more perplexing and troubling for the prophet. "How long, O Lord, must I call for aid, my voice unheard, my plea delayed? Injustice reigns, and I despair, violence fills the heavy air. O Lord, I shout, but silence stays, your justice hidden in these days. Where is the hope, the saving grace in this dark and troubled place? Wrongdoing flourishes unchecked, the weak oppressed, their lives a wreck. Innocence is torn apart, as malice grips each hardened heart. Confusion clouds my weary mind. Why do you, God, seem so blind? To violence and rampant sin, where does your intervention begin?" God responds to Habakkuk's complaint with a revelation that is both unexpected and unsettling. "For behold, I am raising up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation." Habakkuk 1:6. This divine plan involves using the Babylonians, a notoriously cruel and aggressive people, to punish Judah. This response complicates Habakkuk's understanding of justice, as it introduces the Babylonians' wicked nature into the equation. The relationship between God's plan and the punishment of Judah creates a paradox where a more wicked nation is used to judge a less wicked one, highlighting the complexity and inscrutability of divine justice. This dynamic forces Habakkuk to grapple with the notion that God's ways are beyond human understanding. "Behold, I raise the Chaldean tide, a fierce and ruthless nation's pride. Swift and bitter their swords will rain, to punish Judah, to bring pain. Cruel and aggressive their hearts are cold, injustice wrought with hands so bold. How can the wicked judge the wrong? The cords of justice seem so strong. A wicked nation called to task, their ruthless power in evil masked. They sweep the land with iron fist, God's justice hidden in the mist. This paradox, it grips my soul, God's ways beyond my mind's control. Injustice judging wicked deeds, a mystery that now impedes." Habakkuk's second complaint delves deeper into his struggle with the idea of divine justice. "You who are of purer eyes than to see evil and cannot look at wrong, why do you idly look at traitors and remain silent when the wicked swallows up the man more righteous than he?" He is bewildered by the use of a wicked nation like Babylon to execute judgment on Judah. This introduces a moral and theological dilemma, intensifying his confusion. Habakkuk decides to wait for God's response. "I will take my stand at my watchpost and station myself on the tower and look out to see what he will say to me." This waiting period symbolizes a search for understanding and an expectation of further divine revelation, highlighting his faith and persistence despite his confusion. "O Lord, your eyes too pure to see, the depths of evil troubling me. Why do you watch and remain still while wicked hearts inflict their will? The wicked swallow righteous men, injustice thrives again. How can a nation steeped in sin be chosen to bring justice in? Confusion grips my weary soul as I seek to grasp the whole. Your ways are shrouded in the night. Where is the clarity, the light? I'll stand my ground, I'll take my place. On the tower, I'll search your face. Awaiting words from you to me in faith I wait and hope to see." God's second response provides a broader perspective on justice and faith. "For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not delay." God reassures Habakkuk that the Babylonians will also face judgment for their arrogance and idolatry. This future judgment is part of a larger vision of divine justice that will unfold in due time. A crucial verse, "But the righteous shall live by his faith," emphasizes that faithfulness and trust in God's plan are essential, even when immediate circumstances seem unjust. This triad of future judgment, divine vision, and faith underscores the necessity of patience and trust in the ultimate fulfillment of God's justice. The vision waits, its time will come, a truth that cannot be undone. Though it seems slow, it hastens near. In time, the righteous shall persevere. The Babylonians, in their pride, shall face the judgment they cannot hide. Their arrogance and idols' fame will meet the justice of my name. A broader plan, a grand design, unseen threads of justice intertwine. In patience, trust the path I've laid, the righteous faith shall never fade. Though darkness looms and trials test, in faith the righteous find their rest. Trust in my plan, await the day when all injustice fades away. The book concludes with a profound psalm that encapsulates Habakkuk's journey from confusion to trust. O Lord, I have heard the report of you and your work. O Lord, do I fear? In the midst of the years, revive it. In the midst of the years, make it known. In wrath, remember mercy. Habakkuk reflects on God's past interventions and mighty deeds, reinforcing his trust in God's power and justice. Despite the imminent hardships, he expresses a resolute faith. Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation. This final triad illustrates a transformation from questioning and doubt to a deep-seated trust and joy in God, demonstrating that faith can persist even in the face of suffering and uncertainty. O Lord, I've heard of your great might, your wondrous deeds, your guiding light. Revive your works in these dark years. In wrath, remember mercy's tears. Recalling past your mighty hand, you led us through this troubled land. Your justice sure, your power grand. In faith we place our heart's command. Though figs may fail and vines be bare, the fields yield none, no flocks to share. In desolation, trials unfold, yet in your grace our faith we hold. I'll rejoice in you, my Lord, in salvation find reward. Though hardships press and trials stay, in you my joy will never sway.